We have all heard of the sovereign citizen and the free man movement. I am not part of any of those movements. I'm not part of any movement at all. But those movements have interested me into going down to the law library and looking up legal resources for myself, because if there was nothing to these claims, then why would it be such a problem for the government? The government has never had problems locking good people up before. They locked that guy Arnold Abbott down in Miami, Florida for feeding the homeless. No problems there. So why do they have a problem locking up these people who call themselves sovereign citizens and free man? I will be presenting information gathered from the law library as well as representing my own interpretations of it. Please keep in mind laws are enforced with public opinion, as we see public opinion changing laws right now, like marijuana laws across this country. In this video, we will be going over people versus citizen and democracy versus a republic. Here's the definition of people. If you would like to pause the video and read the whole definition, that would be grand. Otherwise, I'm just going to read this last part at the bottom. But when reference is made to the people as the repository of sovereignty or as the source of governmental power or the popular government, we are in fact speaking of that selected and limited class of citizens to whom the Constitution accords the elective franchise and the right of participation in offices of government. And this is who they consider the people to be, are the people who actually get elected to office. They don't consider you or I to be one of the people, otherwise we would have more rights, because the people have rights. Persons and citizens have privileges. Because of this definition of people, this is the reason why the alphabet agencies can tap your cell phone and monitor your emails, but when they do it to people like Dianne Feinstein, they get something called a congressional hearing for the constitutionality of what they're doing, and that is because she is one of the people. She is an elected official. Now, when we're talking about people versus citizens, we need to understand something. A citizen is a person, and a person in Black's Law Dictionary is a man considered according to the rank he holds in society, with all the rights to which the place he holds entitles him, and the duties which it imposes. The word, in its natural and usual signification, includes women as well as men. Term may include artificial beings as corporations, quasi-corporations, territorial corporations, foreign corporations, under statutes forbidding the taking of property without due process of law and giving to all persons the equal protection of the law. Listen, to all persons, so that is the plural of person, would be persons, not people. It would be Here's the 14th Amendment of the United States, and it says, all persons born or naturalized, notice it says all persons, not all people, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. So notice that all persons, and they have to be subject to the jurisdiction thereof, are citizens of the United States. So if you're one of the people, it doesn't say that you're a citizen. It only says that the person is. And the person can be the corporation, the artificial person. Here's the definition for representation of persons. And let me ask you something. How do you represent yourself? Please look up a definition for represent or represent that will clearly define how you can represent yourself in court. I understand how you could represent somebody else, but I find it very difficult to see how you would represent yourself. Anyways, with that in mind, Just take a note to this definition: a fiction of the law, the effect of which is to put the representative in the place, degree, or right of the person represented. And this is how they trick you into stepping into that citizen character that they have made up for you as a person of the United States, as a natural person's born subject to the jurisdiction of the United States, is because they ask you, are you representing that person? And you will probably say yes if you do not know what else to do. Here's the definition of republic from Black's Law 9th edition: a system of government in which the people hold the sovereign power and elect representatives who exercise that power. So in a republic, which is what we are, did you pledge an allegiance to a democracy when you were a child? Of course not. You pledged it to a republic. So in a republic, the people hold the sovereign power and elect representatives who exercise that power. So at any time, the people can take that power back and exercise it for themselves. It contrasts on the one hand with a pure democracy in which the people or community as an organized whole wield the sovereign power of government, and on the other with the rule of one person such as a king or a dictator, or of an elite group such as an oligarchy, aristocracy, or junta. Didn't an oligarchy, isn't that what Princeton called America? And for those of you who think that we live in a constitutional democracy, let me read Article 4, Section 4 of the United States Constitution to you. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government, which means that every state in this union has to operate as a republic. And in a republic, the sovereignty is held by the people. And they vote on representatives to go represent that sovereignty. So now we've gone over what a people is and what a person is. Next time we will go over what a citizen is a little bit more in depth, but there will be a whole video for that on its own. Also, next time we will be going through the Bill of Rights and how you lost them. Please stay tuned, and I will have several more videos coming up here quickly. Thank you. Bye-bye.